Alright, what up YouTube? Asian Persuasion here. We're here with the duelist from YCS Pittsburgh. You guys might have saw him on the feature matches, or not feature matches, but the Konami side, right?
Getting raped on the feature match.
Yeah, you were the Dinomist guy, I believe, right? What's your name and what you play besides the Dinomist, man?
Yeah, Grant Williams, I was playing Dinomist Demise, I guess.
Nice,
yeah.
For sure. And you finished, you went X3 in the tournament, right?
Yep, X3.
And then you got what, 72nd?
Yep,
72nd place, and after top cut split, or when they cut the top cut,
yep, after 10 rounds.
For sure, man. Let's get into this profile, man. A lot of people want to check this out.
All right, cool. We've got 3 Dinomist.
Can we turn them this way?
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, you're all right, man. There you go, bud. Sweet.
3 Dinomist Terran. He's the card that really gets your deck rolling. He's kind of the engine. He generates all your positive card advantage.
Cool.
Then we got 3 Dinomist Plesius. He's the second best level 4 they have. He gives your opponent's monsters minus 100 attack and defense for each Dinomist card you control. So it allows you to help get over things with Terran when you need to. And it also opens some cool plays in the extra deck, which I'll get into later.
Alright, cool.
We played 2 Dinomist Spinos because he wins. He's your boss monster. He can attack twice and directly, and you can activate both those effects by triggering Dinomist monster. So, like, if you're in a good position, or like if your opponent's playing some sort of weird Protect the Castle deck, like True Draco or whatever, this guy can become kind of your game, because you just go in direct for 5k to the face, and then maybe you get in there again and kill him. And then we also played 2 of the Rex. Rex has got a cool little spot removal effect. It's non-targeting spot removal. After you attack, you tribute off a Dinomist. Then you get to shuffle a card on your opponent's board or in their hand back into their deck. His second effect could be relevant, but not really.
Gotcha.
And then the one of Dinomists were 1 Stego, 1 Ankh. Ankh makes any monster that a Dinomist monster destroys by battle get banished instead. And Stegosaurus says if a pendulum monster you control battles an opponent's monster, you can then destroy that pendulum monster and your opponent's monster. So, like, he never came up, but he's flexible. He lets you do some dumb stuff.
Gotcha.
That's it for the Dinomists.
Ooh, I like it.
For our one-ofs, we had 1 Magical Abductor. Card has a lot of potential on paper, and like it was a lot better when Invoked was a lot more prevalent, because you could count on this getting multiple counters a turn, and they didn't really have a lot of ways to remove this. I'm thinking about dropping this because there's so much spot removal between like Dryden and Masterpiece and the
Cyclone.
Yeah, Cyclones going around and the Draco spells.
Yeah.
So like she underperformed today, but she feels good when you put her out.
Oh yeah.
Until you realize she's not making an impact on the game state.
Yeah.
And for the hand traps, we had 1 Max C because you're a moron if you're not playing it.
You're right.
1 Ash Blossom. I only had 1 on top of the fact that this is a Demise build, like I said.
Yeah, it can't
I don't want to clog up on hand traps. And 1 Ghost Ogre. In my opinion, this was a lot better than this was today.
Yeah.
So there's the monsters.
For sure.
And going on to spells. 3 card Demise.
Card is broken.
Yeah, card's super nutty. It was good every time I played it today, except the last round. I drew another card Demise and a Max C and a monster. Oh. And then I got graped. But you know, usually if I see this, I'll end up winning.
Yeah.
3 Forbidden Chalice. Card's really good right now.
Yes. Stopping them tridents.
Yeah. 3 Tanky.
Yep. They're tanky for Dinomist, baby.
It's a little bit. It has 1 additional effect other than tanking for a Dinomist. It allows you once per turn, if a Dinomist monster is sent from the field to the extra deck, you can return it to your hand instead.
Cool.
So it gives you some cool things, and it makes you not super reliant on your Pendulum Summon. So you can always have a normal summon open, and you're not as vulnerable to Solemn Strike as other Pendulum decks.
Yeah.
2 Dynamic Power Load. This is the best card ever that does nothing. It turns all your monsters into Armeides. It gives them all that Armeides effect and 300 attack and defense. So it makes them all just like giant pains in the ass and makes your opponent like mind fucked trying to deal with this.
Yeah, before you attack and stuff.
Yeah, because like I said, the card actually does nothing. So when your opponent's put into a position where they have to do, where they they have to deal with a card that's that bad that doesn't do anything, they just kind of look at you like you're a three-eyed alien.
Yeah, definitely.
This was probably the best spell card all day. I didn't even use it to kill people. I used it to break boards and get over shit people didn't think I was going to be able to get over.
Oh, nice.
And combined with like the Terran, it allows me to just get over giant monsters and get a search.
Yeah.
And like because they're pendulum monsters, them dying doesn't really
matter. You can bring them back and pendulum them back.
And also it's really good with Spinos. If you resolve the double tribute and the limiter, your opponent actually just dies.
Yeah, they died in turn. Yeah.
So this card was really, really good today.
Cool.
Traps. Solemn Warning.
Broken.
Yeah, it's really good.
We need more of those for True Draco.
2-strike. Reason I'm on 2-strike is I play tested a lot against pure True Draco. And I got my ass whipped a lot by pure True Draco because every time this card was just fucking dead against Masterpiece.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I just didn't want to get rape trained by him. So I decided to drop one of these out so I could play some cards that would be more live against that matchup.
Yeah. Ooh,
2 lost win. This card was my favorite trap card in the deck last mini format, the format before Maximum Crisis.
Yeah,
in Paleo format, because it allowed me to not only negate their effects, but having a monster in damage step, then punching it in the face with Pteranodon was really good.
Yeah.
Especially if the field spell was out. So if a battle was declared involving one of my Dinomist monsters and them, I could like just activate this and they wouldn't be able to respond to it at all.
Yeah, because this is still applied.
Yeah, and so I just get free pluses off of doing this, and then it would come back and all that other stuff. But I cut it down to 2 because once again, True Draco.
Yeah, it's still a problem.
It's dead against.
Yeah.
This is the cards I put in for the 1 Lost Wind and 1 Solemn Strike because it deals with True Draco. On top of that, it synergizes pretty well with the Pendulum mechanic.
Yeah.
When I tribute a monster, it just means I get to see it again next turn, and it usually goes to my hand if I have Dinomist Charge on the field.
Yeah.
On top of that, like, even though it's inherently kind of bricky because it requires other cards to use it, it is really good against everything.
Yeah, it's pretty much a blowout.
Yeah, like,
if you have this.
And on top of that, like, you don't pay life points, so it doesn't put you into like OTK range super easy.
Yeah.
So like this card was like really, really good all day. One of my favorite cards in the deck. This card was a blowout every time I saw it. Quaking was retarded. Once again, it's just another card that helps Terran get searches off.
Yeah.
Because most things have tiny defense, so if you Quaking them, and you've got Terran on board, you just get free cards.
Search every time. Sure it up.
3 Dinomist Howling. This card's just broke. When it's activated, you can place 1 or 2 Dinomists from your deck into your scale zones.
Oh yeah, I heard about this card. This card's insane.
Yeah, and also once per turn while it's spaced up on the field, you can tribute a Dinomist monster you control to target a card your opponent controls and return it to the hand.
That's insane.
And it's a soft once per turn, so if you have like 2 developed and you've got like multiple Dinomists developed, you can pretty much just like bounce their whole field all the time.
Yeah, it's cool.
And last trap was 3 Dinomist Rush. It's basically just a broken Abyss Sphere. You bring out a Dinomist monster and it's unaffected by card effects until the end of the turn. And it also dies at the end of the turn. So this is really cool for getting out this guy to like punch over a Zodiac. Yeah, and get a search, and they won't be able to Dryden it or Whiptail it or
oh, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Any of that stuff. So that's really good.
Cool. Was that 40 cards in the main?
44.
44? Cool. Yep. I like it. You can do side or extra, whatever you want to do first.
Let's do extra. Cool. That's a little bit more relevant.
Yeah, definitely.
Garbage.
Let's go. There we go. It's cool garbage though.
Yeah, garbage.
I'm assuming you didn't make these guys too much.
Yeah, I didn't make those at all. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet.
Gotcha.
I don't think Tornado Dragon's definitely not garbage, but I didn't make him.
Yeah,
I didn't have to. I'm not sure if I'd ever have to make him in this deck, just because like it's not the style of the deck to like throw away 2 of my resources that perpetually come back just to spite some back row that probably doesn't affect me anyways.
Yeah.
So like I just threw him in there because like maybe I'd play some Paleo douchebag.
Yep.
Almost the same thing for Karen Gorgon. Like he's got really cool and neat, powerful effects, but like I never made him because, like I said, I never played any deck that I think he mattered again. But these were really bad. Castel, he came up once. He's Castel. He solves problems. Abyss Dweller is really good in here. I didn't have to make him at all though, but he is really good because he'll have double water under him. All your dudes are water, and on top of that, his effects are very powerful.
Yeah.
We've got the Utopia package. I had these in here because I figured, like, maybe if I could draw out a Masterpiece effect and go into Lightning, I could get over the Masterpiece if I needed to do that.
Yeah.
Didn't end up making Utopia at all. Really, it just served as a really nice, enticing lithogasm target.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. They're like, oh, you can't have it.
On the water deck that makes rank 4s.
Yeah, cool.
I probably would drop one of the garbage cards for another Bahamut Shark.
Yeah.
We've got the Infinity package. Level 5 machines.
Yep. Wins games if you make them.
Yeah, I actually only went for them once because, like, usually your level 5 monsters, like, if you have Spinos and Rexal on the field, you're probably in a commanding position.
You should probably just keep your monsters there.
Yeah, and because Rex can get rid of almost anything, and if you have Spinos with a lot of monsters out, you're probably attacking for game.
Yeah, true that.
So he's almost kind of redundant, but he's good to have around if you want to style on your opponent by making a lot of shiny Xyz monsters while they're top decking.
Cool, man.
This was the best card in here.
Rank 0.
No, not even gonna lie. There's a reason for that. If you have this on the field and you can make a rank 4, putting this on the board next to this, it just means that this effect is going to be live against every deck.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be losing at least 100 attack and defense for at least the Plesios. So that means
you can pop and draw cards.
Yeah, you can make a generic rank 4 Trident that pops and draws.
Yeah,
so like, I would definitely up the count on her because she was just like bar none the best monster in the actual deck.
For sure. I like it.
And sideboard. This card was garbage.
You didn't like it too much?
No, I never sided in, never wanted to.
Gotcha.
It felt like it was always trash. Every time I got anti-spelled, like, this wouldn't have even mattered because, like, I would have to get over the board and the anti-spell.
Yeah, so that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, so, like, most of the time, like, if I could get to Howling, that solves the anti-spell because Howling places it into scale, so you're not activating a spell card.
For sure.
So, this would come out. I was playing one Leeching the Light to dick around. Really, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking, maybe if I pendulum a bunch of dudes, I
Kill
can
somebody.
I can Leeching the Light a Masterpiece or Ultimate Conductor, but no, trash. Garbage can. Second Ghost Ogre was really good. I brought this in when I expected to be going first against Zoo or some other stuff.
Yeah.
But Ghost Ogre was real good all day. Soul Drain. I brought this in against Dinos every time I was going first. Never saw it. I'd still side it though because
it's enough. Might as well, right?
The one strike and one lost one that I dropped from the main board in for the Horn of Heavens.
Yeah, just put it aside just in case you need this instead of the other cards.
Yeah, and usually, like, if I found out I wasn't playing against a deck that was on Masterpiece, I would take out the Horn of Heavens for these two, because these are
just more generic.
Yeah, they're more live all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Then we got 2D barrier because it rapes people. Yeah.
Zoo loses.
And then we've got this
IG package
stuff. These were part of the oh shit, I'm playing against pure Draco, must
tribute
lose.
off their masterpiece so you don't lose.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why I decided to maybe not lose that match.
For sure, man. You want to give any shout outs, man?
Shout out to my locals, Deal Me In Games, and all the cool cats down that way. Other than that, no, all good.
Well, congrats, man. Thanks for giving me this profile of your deck. It was awesome to see someone running something different like Dinomist at this event. And you did pretty well, in my opinion. You did way better than me, so congrats, man.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.